Here is Ashu Gupta, Assistant Professor. Welcomes you all. Here we are discussing about the land laws, which is an important subject for the students of PLB 10 semester. And here we are covered the whole things according to university syllabus. So let us see what's the basic things covered in that land laws. So firstly, we have to know about the things just like historical evolution and the date of enactment and what is the background, what is the historical background behind to enact this act, namely called as a UP Revenue Code 2006. Discussing about the historical background of the UP Revenue Code, which is in your syllabus, we have to know about the UP Zamindari Abolition and Land Reform Act 1950, as you can see on the PPT slides, which gives a basic structure about the UP Revenue Code. And UP Revenue Code basically arises from that law, wherein in our India after the independence, near about 32 legislations are formed regarding the land reform in the name of the UP Zamindari Abolition and Land Reform Acts 1950. As in short, you can say that UPZA and LRAct and the other 32 legislation are covered with that for the land reforms and for reforming the and for transforming the conditions of the farmers in our state. That's why we are discussing about the UP Revenue Code. And when we are discussing about the UP Revenue Code, the two things is essential to know that. Firstly, what is the basic features of the UPZA and LR Act, यानी कि Uttar Pradesh Zamindari Abolition and Land Reform Act 1950. And when after that, when we will discuss about the UP Revenue Code 2006, it is merged with the UP Land Revenue Act 1901, wherein all the authorities are basically structured from that UP Land Revenue Act 1901 into the UP Revenue Code 2006. So, firstly, we are discussing about the historical background, and basically, it is essential to know about the UPZA and LR Act, wherein 14 types of tenure holder are involved at that time in 1950, which is decreased day by day, and on the time of the Revenue Code 2006, on the enactment of the UP Revenue Code 2006, it is decreased 14 to 4 tenure holders. So basically, at that time, there is a 4 tenure holders in the name of Bhumidhar with the transferable rights, Bhumidhar with non-transferable rights, Asami and the government lessee. We will discuss about all the things later on in the next lectures. Here we will discuss about some things which is very essential about the UP Revenue Code Act or the UPZA and Land Reform Act. So let us see the next slides. As you may see on the slides that which is earlier discussed by me, that this act is of great importance for the state as it repeals a number of obsolete laws, almost 32 legislation as already said by me, in number enacted during the British regime, many of which are inconsistent with one another. And when it is acting as a uniform code, the act consolidates and amends the rules relating to basically land tenures and the conditions, improving the conditions of the different tenure holders which exist in our country at the time of British Empire. That's why there is a need to reform all the land revenues conditions, and that's why we are discussing about the UP Zamindari Abolition and Land Reform Act and Land Revenue Act basically, and Land Revenue Act 1901 with the UP Revenue Code 2006, which is applicable in the state and speeds up the disposal of the revenue cases by creating a revenue court. Here is also a body which is regulating the disputed matters in the name of the revenue board as well as the revenue board for the disposal of cases relating to matters provided under this act. So let us move on the next slides. You may see this slide where the UP Revenue Code suggests as a new revenue regime. The new revenue regime is promising in a number of ways, opening up new dimensions basically for the Dalits or the economical weaker section or the poor farmers. And where the state had failed to secure the buyers among their class given their economical backwardness. That's why the UP Revenue Code 2006 evolves. Now they are free to sell their lands to whoever they want. They are free to mortgage their property with whomsoever they wish. Before that, it can't be possible. लेकिन इसके बाद as it is the UP Revenue Code follows by the state government, UP state government with many amendment, and the farmers freely sell to their lands to whoever they want. They are free to mortgage their property with whomsoever they wish, gift the properties or lease them to people irrespective of their class, and realize the worth of their assets. Let us see on the next slide. We will discuss about the enactment of the UP Revenue Code 2006. That is represented first time in the 2006-7, but due to the some conditions or the parliamentary circumstances that have not been passed in the meantime, and that is basically a very delay to pass this important enactment. But anyhow, that's UP Revenue Code 2006 is finally having furnished deadline for the implementation before the court, and forced the act on 18th December 2015, and the provision of that act came into force in two parts. That is basically enacted into two parts. The first part or the some provisions are enforced on 18 December 2015, while some other provisions came into force on 11th February 2016. It means that the whole UP Revenue Code 2006 is applicable on the 11th February 2016 on the ground, on the field ground basically. And if you know about the UP Revenue Code 2006, which received presidential assent in November 2012, has been enacted with the objective to consolidate it and amend the law relating to land tenure holders, land tenures or the land tenure holders. We have already discussed earlier. That's why there is some new rules and regulations introduced for improving the conditions of the poor farmers or the land tenure holders or the other things, and to object the Zamindari Pratha. That's why the enactment UP Revenue Code is representing by the government in a systematic way and manner, as which is not in the provisions of the UPZA&LR Act. There is some confusions among the many provisions which is related to the UPZA&LR Act, and removing these provisions and amending these provisions, a new systematic UP Revenue Code 2006 is launched on 11th February 2016. You will enjoy this session, and we will meet again in the next lecture. तब तक के लिए be safe. Thank you very much.